why it is the world can't change according to my will. Why it is I don't ask anybody to, like vote on making change or anything. I literally make the opportunity for you to awaken to the ability to vote and make a change. Yeah. And for you to literally clarify your mind of what that change is. And if you're not clear enough to do that, I will create people that are clear enough to do that, and they will make the change without your awareness. And you will just benefit. Yeah? And that'll happen in Congress, it'll happen in independent relationships of people of interest who are going to donate and do all kinds of things to do betterment for the world. Yeah? But it's not because you're asking for it. Yeah? As far as you're concerned, all things are fine. Yeah? God's got this thing all worked out. We still have oxygen. Yeah? We still have running water. Electricity still goes on. That's got to be just fine now. Yeah, but it's not. It's not fine at all. And Jesus doesn't think it's fine at all. Krishna doesn't think it's fine at all. Those are my incarnations. Yeah? So in this incarnation, when I went to Kathmandu and I met a man that was the head Swami there, Swami Dharma Jyoti. Yeah, and his relationship was that he was the #1 student to the Karmapa. And when the Karmapa was dying, he gave all of his empowerment books to Swami Dharma Jyoti and put him in his library. He took me to it and handed me all the books. And he said, these are all the Karmapa's books, and these are 3 of his 7 incarnations, are written by him in these books. So these are his transmissions that go back to him once he's found, and then he could read these books and he will transmit back to himself everything about what he's going through in this life and why. Because they're all prophecies about his future life. Talks about the demon that will be incarnated during this incarnation and all that stuff. So he was very thrilled over the fact that I was there, and I actually had one of the incarnations of the Karmapa with me. Yeah, the girl incarnation of the Karmapa. She was with me, and he was doing pujas over her every day. Yeah. So his process was that he really wanted to know what my Tuku name is going to be. Yeah. And I told him that it was Sri Kalki Maitreya, Avatar. Yeah. And his eyes just lit up, and then he said, I need to stare, we need to look into each other's eyes, for a long time. And I thought, wow, okay, so I do that, and he's like that, and I'm like just looking at his eyes, it's weird, because when I was a kid, people used to go, oh, let's look at each other's eyes, weird shit, but that was long. He really kept going, and I wasn't allowed to turn away, he was receiving whatever there was, and he looked at me and goes, yes, you are Kalki Maitreya, the Avatar, and I said, yeah, I know, and then he said he was going to take me to all these places of Shiva and Vishnu and Krishna, which just so happened to be in the very area I was standing. Yeah. And he was very in charge of all the Shivites who came every year to do a ceremony to Shiva, hoping that Shiva would incarnate or Vishnu would, there'd be the incarnation. Yeah, so he's in charge of doing these ceremonies, of providing food and everything for the head swamis. And this is what's going on at that time. So he goes out and tells everybody, Kalki Maitreya Avatar has incarnated. Yeah, and that goes into everything. Yeah? So for about a month and a half, these pujas are going on and on and on. And I'm only focusing on all the names of the mother. And that's my job. Yeah. And there are thousands of them, and I had no idea.